Let's get it. What's YouTube? It's your boy Timbo, and I'm back with another video. And in this episode, we're gonna go over my top regrets of 2024, as well as we're gonna talk about things that I'm investing in 2025 in the future. And I do have some videos of some of these regrets, so they do live rent free in my head. As you guys know, I started collecting at the end of 2023, so 2024 is like my first year of collecting, investing, all of that. And I did a bunch of different YouTube challenges in Houston and Chicago and locally vending and all a bunch of different stuff. So I thought, let me go down memory lane, and we're gonna be using Collector. It's one of my favorite apps. I have it on my phone, and I love it because you have like a social media where you can post and see other people's stuff. And so add me on there at Timbo Thymes YT. But right now we're on the good old computer doing it, and we're gonna go over the things that I sold or traded or regret. We're gonna look at the prices when I did it and see where they're at now. And yeah, we're just gonna go down memory lane. A lot of you guys were here for a lot of my stuff. The number one thing I regret is Bubble Mew going for 283 right now, and I sold this at Collecticon when it was at 155 around there in November. I sold it for 80%, and so honestly, I knew it was gonna go up because Paldean Fates is a special set, but I didn't think it would go up this fast. I didn't expect this huge Pokemon boom. But now when I think back to it, I probably should have, because every time Pokemon has a boom, it's because of a RWE, a real world event. And so an example, 2016 Pokemon Go came out, huge boom. 2020 COVID, no one could do anything, couldn't get products, boom. And of course, in October started booming, and that's when Pokemon TCG Pocket came out. So a lot of people were like, oh, let's buy physical cards, let's open packs, and it started booming. So Bubble Mew was like right at the cusp when I sold it. Another one is Bango Pikachu with the Great Faux Hat. I regret this one because I had three, and I kept one. I was like, I got to keep one just in case. But I did two, and my trade for it wasn't the greatest. I'm going to put it at the end so you guys can see that trade. It was actually a terrible trade. But when I actually sold it, I think it was around, trade value was like 80%. And I did it at one of the car shows out here like back in June. So I really didn't give it a chance to grow. So back in June, it was like 99 bucks. And right now it's all the way up to 260. And it's crazy. I regret this the most because if you guys know Minnie, she makes fun of me because she traded hers up for a PSA 10 and she had like 100 on top. And so she spent like 300, and a PSA 10 right now, last couple sold on eBay is around 800. So she tripled hers. Another one of my regrets is Sylveon VMAX from Evolving Skies or Evolving Cries, because that's how I feel knowing that I sold this. I got it from my brother at a card show during the Pokemon Go Fest in Pasadena. So I got it from him in February, back when it was 133. I gave him like 100 bucks, and he was cool with it because he didn't even know it was that expensive. And I ended up doing it in a, gotta stop trading. Okay, I did it in a trade, but now it went all the way up, came all the way down. Like we said, Pokemon TCG Pocket came around the October, November, started booming up, and now it's at 260. I honestly think by, I'm gonna say the summertime, I could see this being a 350, $400 card around June, July, especially with Prismatics. It's gonna go right back up there in Prismatics. Another one that I don't know if I truly regret, but Charizard from 151. Now you guys are probably like, why wouldn't you regret that? It's Altar, it's Zard. Zard always goes up. People love the Zard. But I actually got this in good old September, and I ended up getting 12. I did a whole video getting all the Charizard at Collecticon, and right now I still have a couple left right here, actually. I still have a good amount graded because I sent them all to get graded. So the reason why I don't fully, let me see if I can find it. I don't fully regret it because I had 12 and I have 5 left. So PSA 9, PSA 9, PSA 9, PSA 9. And then I have Raw in my master set collection. So I had 12, I have 5 left. So I wouldn't say I fully regret it. I traded a PSA 8 and a PSA 9 for Evolving Skies ETB, as well as 2 celebration boxes and a random pack. So let me know if you would hit that trade. This Zard in a PSA 8 and a 9 for 2 celebration ETBs, and Evolving Skies ETB, and some random packs. I thought it was good, but I'm still putting that on the regret list just because it's Zard. This one I regret the most. Oh my goodness. Minnie won this on an auction on Whatnot. And when she won this, she got it for like 75 bucks. By the time she sold it to me, she sold it to me for like 100. Ended up selling it for like 80 because there was like a dent in it, and I sold it right around this time in July, and I didn't realize it was a dent. She didn't know it was a dent. We got on Whatnot, and so that's my fault for getting on Whatnot. Tina. Tina right now is going for 205. I sold it back in August, so it was literally around that 100, 105, around that 105, 106, around that area. And honestly, the other golds were going up, but I was like, I could trade this for some sealed. So I ended up selling it. And now that I'm looking at it now at 205, doubling, I didn't think this pocket boom would just smack like that. And on top of the pocket boom, you have scalpers scalping. You also have Pokemon doing low print runs for Surging Sparks, as well as Prismatic Evolution, so they're hard to get. And so, with all that being said, you add TCG Pocket with all these other outside things. Well, here we are with the boom. This isn't a card, obviously, but I'm putting it in there, and I'm going to put the video at the end, is that I traded this for a bunch of raw cards. I know it was for a video, and at the time, I essentially had like an ETB case, and then I had 2 Pokemon Centers, so I'm like, oh, I could do one for the video, right? It wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, that's all I got. It was at like 75 bucks. Now it's 175. I took an L. I gotta admit, I took an L. You know, tonight I took an L. And tomorrow I didn't bounce back. So I'm still thinking about it from 6 months ago. It lives rent free in my head. And one that I did not too long ago was the EVs. I actually did this for the good old Tapu Koko with 70 bucks on cash. It was at a trade night last week or a few weeks ago. So technically it wasn't a 2024, but I did have one early when it was like 30, 40 bucks, I believe, and then trade that and then so forth. So I'm really going to dive into some of these investments for 2025, and the investments that I have for you guys I'm going to show later. I want them all to be under 10 bucks because I know a lot of people on my live streams, a lot of people on my YouTube, they aren't like huge into Pokemon. They're getting new into it. So I can't be like, oh, go buy this $100 Eevee or go buy this $258 Sylveon, right? Get something small, show them that. So I'm excited to show you guys the 2025 investments I'm going to be doing with you guys. And right here, the Sleepy Raichu. It's so cute. I love it. And the biggest regret is that I paid $5. I went to get some cards graded at a card shop down the way. And when I got them graded, we ended up buying a few packs for fun. Ripped these in the car. And for $5, I pulled it. And at the time, it was like $20 card. Now with the boom, it's pushing 50, honestly. It's going all the way up. Graded history. Let's see how it is graded. 280. I wouldn't have got a 10 though. I ain't gonna lie. It was very heavy to the right. Another one, we're going down this list. I don't want to take too much of y'all time. But the Pikachu V. The reason why I regret this one, I got it for like 20 bucks when I went back home in Cali. Right now I'm in Minnesota. And now I look back at it, it's a Pikachu card. You got a trainer in it, you got the trainer gallery, as well as it's from Lost Origins. Lost Origins is only going to go up with the Tina. And when you have one card carrying the way for booster box ETBs, everything slowly follows. And so honestly, it was doing pretty good around that 20 range. Like I said, dipped down again, but it was around that 20 range. Now it's pushing 45 near mint. People usually at car shows and stuff up like 5-10 bucks per item because they know they're going to talk you down. So you probably see this at car shows for like 50. They're going to talk you down in the market anyways. A lot of times they're overpriced, which I know is going to a bunch of different card shows, going to collect kind of other stuff. People overprice things at market, so you talk them down to market rather than putting at market and going a little under. You know they make profits, so something I never was too big on. But another thing I regret is good old Pika. There's a lot of Pikachus on here. Like, even though right now, like, Ash is out the picture, Pikachu still is in the picture, especially with the new Horizons and Liko and everything. Pikachu's still in there, and of course, they kept Zard. I don't want to spoil too much for Horizons. We're going to talk about more of that later. But yeah, we got this around like 20, 25 when it was dipping right here. And then after we sold it later, and now it's coming back on its incline at 38. So we got around 20, sold around 30. Now it's going up. I kind of regret it just because Paldean Fates is a special set. The Bubble Mew's going up, the Zard's slowly going up. And so, like we said earlier, as cards slowly go up, the set, the sealed go up, and then other cards as well. So Pika's going up. We have our boom. So these are my top ones that I do regret. I did say top 10 cards. I threw in the 151 to make it 11 items because it still hurts. But I'm excited to show you guys some of the investments that I think are pretty good investments, and all these are going to be 10 bucks or lower, and a lot of them are going to be promos, especially with Scarlet and Violet having beautiful promos. There's going to be a good amount of promos, some alt art, really based off the set, the artwork, and so we're going to start with good old Caterpie. I know I said under 10 bucks. It says 1003. Don't kill me in the comments. All right. But it's an art rare. It's from good old 151. It's a beautiful picture. It's literally you looking through a leaf, and it's like these Caterpies ate it. And if you look, there's one here at the bottom. There's one there smiling. One walking away, looks like it's eating. And then the one who looks like who probably ate it because his face is right next to it munching. So it's like looking through a leaf, getting a feel of Caterpie. And Caterpie's always a cute little mon. I believe it's one of the first ones, Ashcott. And so you gotta love Caterpie. The next one I want to invest in and get more of in these next few months in card shows is the good old Machoke. I know it's 151, and this being a $10 card, I feel like it's going to go up. It's very, very slept on. If you guys remember playing the original main series game, when you used to move in the house and see the little Pokemon moving and moving stuff and helping you pack, it was Machoke in the house. So I just think it's cool how it pays homage to like the main series game. And I never really noticed until now, but these look like some Pidgeoties here. I look a little Meowth right there chilling. So looks pretty dope. Comment below which one of these cards you may invest in and why, as well as let me know which one of the regrets I had was the worst. Right now, from the bottom of my heart, I think the worst regret was, I'm going to answer that at the end because I still got to think about it. There's some bad regrets. Another one is the Magneton promo. And honestly, this is a real good snack. It's a nice promo. I believe it's the promo from Surging Sparks as well. So Surging Sparks is going up. They have Pikachu in the front. The same artist who did the Galarian Moltres promo as well as Giratina did this as well. I apologize for not knowing the artist's name. I know it's a great artist. This coloring is great. And it's only at $8.69. I feel like that's a great investment, unless, especially with promos coming out. And as you see around when it came out, it was at $4. Went down around two some, actually even to 194. And now with the boom, I can easily see this being like a $20-$25 promo in like the next year or two. Easily. Such a beautiful card. The artist name holds weight. I can see that going up. This card I actually just showed at a card show, and I was like, why did I sell this? I kind of want to get more. But the good old Clive, and it's from Paldean Fates. As we said, Paldean Fates is a special set, as the Mew goes, as a Charizard goes. But it just reminds me of Where's Waldo? You have Clive, and you can like count all the Pokemon. You got Fletching, Lechonk, Sylveon, Hoppip. You got Charcha. You got the little Applin. You got Psyduck. You got the Tadbulb here. And so I just think it's so cool, like the little Where's Waldo feel. You can name all the trainers with it too. So I think it's pretty dope. And I feel like for being $8.57, I can really see this being like a $15, maybe $20 card in the future. Nice little investment, and it's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful card. And I was always a big fan of Where's Waldo. I always played like in the books trying to find it. I would sit there all day. So the next one I'm going to invest in is the Feebas. If you guys seen the last card show me and Minnie did, I let her open one of the Surging Sparks at the end, and she actually pulled the Feebas, and I let her keep it, but we'll see how long she gets to keep it because I kind of want this, and I want to invest in it, and I'm the one who gave the blister for free, so I should keep it. But it's around $8.48, $8.50, and the reason why I think it's a good investment because you see when it first came out pre-sale, it came all the way down, and like anything, you want to buy when it's slow before it gets high. That's why a lot of these I want under 10 bucks. But I think it's beautiful because the Milotic, SAR, SIR, however you want to do it, the Milotic is around 200 still, and it's a connecting art. So whenever artworks connect, I feel like if you have one, you're going to want the other piece, which will bring a little bit of value to it. I could see like this pre-sale going 19-20. I could see in the future being like a good little $15-$16 card. It's still beautiful. Hopefully my Milotic comes down. And so you guys could actually get both. Unless you're a big baller, then you could just buy it whenever. Another one that I think is so cute to invest in is the Swablu. It's super simple. I feel like Paradox Rift is super slept on. And it's just amazing. Like just seeing all these little Wingles and Swablu just hanging out trying to be like them and like mimic them. It's like obviously a super easy Where's Waldo. Like, oh, which one doesn't belong? And obviously all these little Wingles, it's Swablu. And so it's beautiful. I know before this, I was with Pokebeard. I was at his house when we were talking about the market and different singles and you know, just a bunch of things that's going on. And so just picking his brain and seeing some of these, like, you know what? I want to do a bunch of them that are under 10 bucks. And so another one is Lickitung. I feel like Lickitung has always been a fan favorite for whatever reason why. Don't need to go into details. But I think it's pretty cool. Literally, you can see, I don't know if that's like the pantry door. It looks like the pantry door is open and just like took out all the food. Or maybe he's in the pantry and like snuck in. I can't tell. It's like an open doorway. I feel like this is the kitchen though and like the table. So I feel like he snuck in the pantry, trying to get some snacks, got the coloring on it. Beautiful artwork, beautiful card. And that was from Temporal Forces. Temporal Forces and Paradox has some sleepers. Honestly, another one is good old Quaxley. I love Quaxley. And whenever a card tells a story, it always does great. Just like in Scarlet and Violet base right now, you have the Waltz, Curly, and Gardevoir going crazy for Scarlet and Violet base. Quaxley, this one's from Paldean Evolve. This tells a story as well. If you guys watch Horizons, like we said earlier, RWE, real world events. And so right now you're seeing Quaxley all over Build-A-Bear, all the little plushies, all the posters, as well as you're seeing him in the TV show right now. You're seeing it in Horizons. I don't want to say too much if you haven't seen it, but obviously it has the Paldean starters. It's a whole new series without Ash and Liko. And Quaxley plays a cool little part in there. And so just seeing Quaxley happy, and I like the camera angle. It's like looking through a mirror, getting ready, getting all dolled up. And so it kind of leads to the next one, which is Tinkatonk, as well as this just reminds me of the anime from Horizons. Like all these little kids growing up with these characters and watching them are going to be like, hey, I want that card. That card's sick. I can easily see this card go up. As you can see, it dropped all the way down to 370. Honestly, this could easily be like a $10, $15 card. It would have been nice to get it right before the boom. But you know what? Still, $6.39. You can easily talk someone down at a card for like $5 to get this card. I think that would be a great snack for 5. And then the Chatot from Temporal Forces. It's so cool because they make the musical note. I believe it's the like Nurse Joy when you're healing your Pokemon, that boom 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 boom. I was totally off pitch. I'm gonna see if I can find the audio so I can play it over it like right now. So I'm gonna look for the audio to play it over that. If I don't, then it's gonna be awkward that I just sat here quietly. But $6 card, and it was super cheap for a very, very long time. Even before this boom, still around $2 you can get it, 231. Now it's pushing double since the boom. About to be triple soon. So honestly, it's not too bad. I think it's dope. I love things that tell stories. I have a whole big old collection binder of different mons that tell story. These next 3, I'm just going to show them right here. The Quackleval, the Masquerade, the Skeledirge. I think is dope because they're all gold. And gold is hyper rare, the hardest pulls. And so Paldea Evolves obviously going up with the Magikarp. But getting the starters in gold, you can get them all around $5, is not bad at all. Paldea Evolves going crazy. Magikarp's holding the way. And with that being said, gold being the hardest rips, when Paldea Evolve does get more expensive in the future and then booster box and ETBs goes up, you're going to think like, you know what? People are going to be hunting for these golds, and these golds are going to have some weight. Right now, they're still pretty low. Even though Paldea Evolve's moving, even with the boom, even with Magikarp, even with so many other cards in Paldea Evolved, getting the golds, $5, 15 for all of them. Maybe you can go to a card show, strike a deal, try to get like 12, 13 for all of them, make them $4 each. Can't take that away. And the other one that we all know is going to go crazy. Like I said, there's going to be a good amount of promos from Scarlet and Violet area. The good old Snorlax from 151. 151 is just what it is. 151 is 151. The people love it. And it's crazy. A year ago, this card was 50 cents. I remember like scooping a bunch of these and then selling them later for around like $4 or $5. But even before the boom, you could still get it for $1 around that September, October. You still get it for around $1. So these have, if you scooped up a lot before the boom, times 5, like huge going up. And honestly, with 151 pushing, I don't see it going down either because it's a special set. There's no booster boxes, only ETBs. So the promo holds weight. The Pokemon Center stamp is going crazy right now, but that's a whole different monster. Kind of the same here. Paldea Evolved ETB promo. Back then, right before the boom, it was around $2, $2.20. So you get it for around 2. And now it's around 4. So it's almost doubled. But I can see this easily being like a $10, $15 promo. You got Pikachu. You got the 3 starters. Like, it's a cute picture too. They're like running out the house, jumping, like going on their adventure, starting something new. Just like with the whole thing with Ash being gone, it's Liko and Roy and everybody. New adventure. You got the starters, you got Pikachu, and they're just ready to go, jumping away in the sun. And it's crazy. Sprigatito has the. Oh, that's not crazy. Cats do have a lot of bounce. Sprigatito has the largest bounce, just flying above all of them. And we have a couple more left that I want to show you guys. So if you guys haven't yet, make sure you hit that like button. Helps the channel go far. Comment below, like I said, what you guys want to invest in. And comment which one of the regrets you think was the worst. I think the one that was the worst, now I go back to it, is Pikachu with the felt hat Van Gogh. I got it for super cheap. And it's very hard to find that. It's not like you can easily pick that up. I know they printed a lot. It was supposed to be a special event. When you went in person, they printed more. But gotta say, I think selling both of them when I had 3 and I'm down to 1 might be the Van Gogh. I know I said I would give you guys the answer later. This one, I want to invest in this just because it's still low. Scream Tails promo. It's a cool promo. It's a cool artwork. It's nothing crazy, but if I could pick this up for like $2, I wouldn't mind spending like $10 getting 5 of these. Half a binder copy full, half a binder page full. And honestly, the simple artwork is super dope. And I just don't know how like the Paradox and Future Mons are gonna do, like the Ancient, the Future, all of that. It was pretty dope in Scarlet and Violet, but if it doesn't do too well for $2, I wouldn't mind investing in that. And as you see, as we're going further and further in this, the prices are going lower and lower. I'm doing the highest value to the lowest. And Mimikyu, which is still cheap. Mimikyu was like 50 cents for the longest. Right before the boom was like 70 cents. So right now you can still get this card for like $2. And it's so simple. It's like literally grandma just stitching and the Mimikyu just laying there and just nice little knit blanket that she stitched. And I like it because like it's very colors, like smooth sunset colors, and then it's all bright around with the blanket, the warmth of Grammy. So I think it's cool. Like we said, Paldean Fates is a special set. It's gonna go up. I wouldn't mind investing in that. And the Miraidon and Koraidon, those two from Scarlet and Violet base, those two look beautiful. Sorry, knocked out. Had to skip you. You got the past and the future, and you can get these both for around $2. Promos are going to go crazy, especially with Pokemon Center. Those stamp promos are going crazy. Those ETBs are going crazy. And in the future, these are going to go crazy with it. It's going to go up. And so getting these for around, $1, $2, depending if people really update their stuff at card shows, like the best place to go. Sometimes like local card shops are really nice too, because they'll put a sticker on a card, throw it in a binder or a book, and never look at it again. So you can probably pick up some of these that's like on this bottom page, the Screamtails, Mimikyu, Miraidon, Noctowl, and Crydon. You probably still get them for around 50 cents to $1, honestly. A lot of people just put them in a bucket, don't look at them. And then the last one is Noctowl. Noctowl just looks so dope. I believe this is from Stellar Crown. Really just looking in the little berries, the jewels, nice little glowing background. I think it's beautiful. I think it's a great artwork, and that's something I'm going to invest in. I plan on investing in these. I want to show you a couple cards, not too many. Was at 5, 10, 15, 20. Around 20 cards I want to invest in this year. The boom's going to keep booming, and Pokemon's going to keep Pokemoning. I don't know how it's going to be with Prismatics. They just made a statement saying that they're going to increase the print runs, machines at full blast, and they're just going to be printing and printing and printing. And so hopefully this frenzy slows down and the boom. I know as far as investing, probably don't want to hear that, but for like a local kid who just wants to rip packs, or for people who want to play, it's like if it's this expensive to get packs, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind if a ETB or booster box been for like 5-10 years and it's obviously is going up in price, right? They've been out for a while, normal circulation. There's no way Prismatics is pre-sale and it's going up like 3-4 times as much weeks before, and whole nother rant, whole yada yada yada. But I appreciate everyone who came, everyone who stopped by, who showed some love to see my regrets. But hopefully this year there's not going to be any. And make sure you guys throw that comment, so when a year from now, when I do another regret video and another investment video for 2025 and 2026, I can see your guys' comments, see who was there, and see your guys' opinion on the matter. So like I said, I appreciate everyone who came, who stopped by. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and don't forget to download the Collector app and add me. I'm going to pop up my name on there. Download the Collector app. They're amazing. And until next time, peace.
Trading all of that we showed you in the beginning, and I'm trading it to receive the Koraidon the Chansey. I need the other half of the Sawbuck and Deerling, so I needed that. The Secret Pikachu, the Charmander from 151, the Baby Pikachu, Baby Shiny Pikachu from Paldean Fates, Giratina, Arceus, and Palkia. We could not find Dialga. I really wanted to. The Bubble Mew and Zardy from 151. So we were trading all those for all the Seal Lorcana. All right, you guys, we came to a deal. I'm picking up the 151 Zard that is coming with me, and these two beauties are leaving my home, the Raichu and the Van Gogh Pika, going your way. I'll flip this Zard so you can take your picture. So we're getting the Zard from 151, and we are giving away the Van Gogh Pika Steel Sealed in its original with 50 on top. With 50 on top. Oh yeah, right there. So we just sold a good old Magikarp right here. We got this on Whatnot. Sold this Magikarp for 75. This has some dings and scratches, but I was transparent, let them know, to be fair. I don't want to be like a weirdo and just swindle anybody, so we let them know the truth. All right, you guys, I ran into the legend, Dan, and we're going to do a deal. I'm trading my beauty, my 151 ETB with the case, the little Target cereal case, and we're trading it for the Psychic Energy with the Swirl, the Zapdos, the Venusaur EX, the Arbok, the Charizard, the Blastoise, and I got the last one to my Gold Series, a Gold Dialga V-Star, and we're going to trade that over for that.